Do you think women need male guidance?
100%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
How many of you think women need male guidance? Raise your hands. All of you?
Yeah.
Even you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said that you're not gonna. If he tells you to stay home, you're not gonna stay.
I never said that. I said it depends on the situation. I'm not gonna just submit to any guy. Like,
if you love him,
it has to be worthy of. He has to be worthy of. Like, you guys just any guy that comes around.
But realistically speaking, that doesn't even need to be mentioned because you're with him, so that means he's worthy.
So right. Why would you do him at that point?
Okay, but we're dating to see if I want to take it to the next level.
But why would he elevate you to take you to the next level if you don't obey him?
Oh.
What do you know?
It depends because it just depends. What do you mean if I'm worthy? I'm worthy of
No, because you're saying, well, if we're dating, I'm gonna see how it kind of goes. And what I'm saying is that let's say you guys are dating, and he
if
tells
it works out, then it works out for both of us. It's not like whether I'm worthy or he's worthy. If we're compatible, then it's like a mutual thing. If we're not, then we're not.
Who decides if a woman gets into a relationship, the man or the woman?
It could be both.
Okay. Are you getting down on a knee and proposing to a man?
No.
Okay.
I could definitely give him the green flag.
Hold on. So wouldn't it be fair to say that since you're not going to get down on the knee and propose to the man, that the man controls who gets in the relationship? Or the marriage?
I guess.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that he's the gatekeeper to relationships or / marriage? Commitment? We could just say commitment?
I mean, not necessarily, because if I just give him like a no, like if it's just like a no for me, then I can leave the relationship before that point even comes to being.
So, but why would you get in a relationship with a guy that you have no intention of potentially committing to in the future?
That's why we're dating, right?
I understand that. But what I'm saying is that if you want to be elevated from just dating to a commitment.
Okay, so if I want to be elevated. So if I'm like 100%.
So now it's I want.
Okay.
Why would you be in a relationship with him in the first place if you don't want to be elevated?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point of dating?
He's dating to fuck you.
The dating is to see whether we're compatible or not to be with each other for the rest of our lives, right? Because if not, why would I be dating that person?
No, I understand.
We would just be like immediately marriage, like.
But what I'm saying is that you guys are seeing each other and you guys are dating. But for him to be with you, he had to meet some prerequisites, correct?
Okay.
You're not just dating any guy.
Okay.
He had to fulfill some standards
so
to get to dating in the first place.
Go back to the question.
Well, what I was saying was, does he have a say in you going out, and then does he have a say in what you wear? And you basically were kind of saying, no, he doesn't have a say in me going out because I'm going to go out anyway if I want to.
Well, like I said, if I feel like it's reasonable, like I'm dating to see if this person is reasonable, right?
But don't feelings change?
Yeah.
So you might feel at the time like it's not reasonable, but it could totally be reasonable.
Well, that's why I'm feeling it out, the relationship.
But is it fair to say that feelings aren't always correct?
Okay, but I feel like I'm a pretty logical person for the most part.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've been flip-flopping all this time. I would say you lack logic.
Not really, but
I mean, I've been asking pretty
if that's what you think based off of 5 minutes, then I guess you can say that.
I mean, you've been inconsistent in your pattern of answers.
Not
So
really.
I would argue, and here's the thing, I'm not saying this to trip you up or make you feel stupid, but this is what I mean when I say women are typically more emotionally sounded.
100%. I agree.
So, okay, so you're not as logically as sound as you think you are, or most women I've noticed, especially
For
at
the
your age
most
group, they're not.
part, I'm pretty logical, but I can admit I'm emotional too as a woman.
If you're as logical as you say you are, you would have understood that men gatekeep
It's not just
commitment.
Okay, that's fine, but it's not just you're not going out and I'm just not going out for the rest of my life because some guy just said so. I'm dating to see whether it's.
Well, it's not
makes
about
sense.
that. We're saying that in this specific
that's
incident, he says, "Hey, I don't want you to go out," and then your response is, "Well, if I feel like it depends on how I feel at the time." Well, what I'm saying is that more than likely, you're probably going to feel angry, you're going to feel resentment, you're going to say, "I want to still go out," and he might have a very logically sound reason for why, and he just doesn't want to explain it to you because women are emotionally sound. They don't want to necessarily hear things if it conflicts with how they feel a lot of the times. So he might be telling you, no, you're not doing that. And then your argument is, well, we're dating and feeling it out. And what I countered to that was, well, if you guys are dating and feeling it out, how are you going to get elevated to girlfriend position if you can't even meet the prerequisites in the beginning where he's giving you a command and you're not listening?
I guess I decide if I'm like willing to submit fully to someone to then level up, I guess.
Do you think that's a good deal that he has to kind of get somewhat submission, but for him to be in a relationship with you, he
If
has to
we're
meet all these other
dating, yes,
requirements?
that's what I'm saying. But if we're married, then I guess he has the full say. At that point, like I trust him fully. But if we're dating, it's kind of like I'm trying to see if this person is worthy of me too, Like they could see if I'm worthy, but I could see if they're worthy too.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you get a job at a law firm, right? It's a prestigious law firm. You have to work really hard to get that job. Do you think you deserve to be promoted by doing half the work and kind of just working hard when you get the position you want?
You think I'm just working to get married? Like, you think I just work to get married to anyone?
Please answer the question. If you work at a law firm
Mhm.
and you have a bunch
What if
of
I don't want the job?
duties, well, you want the job clearly because you're in the law firm, you work there.
Mhm.
Okay, you have the job, you're there, you've been working to get this job for a bit, and then you want to get elevated to partner, right? But you're only doing half the work. Do you think they're going to
At
elevate
that
you to
point,
partner?
then I'm like, yes, okay, I'll fully submit and do whatever. At that point, I'm like, yes, that's my future husband.
That's not the question. I'm saying, do you deserve to be
Mm.
elevated by doing half the work?
No.
So, do you think you deserve to get a full commitment when you're only given half the submission?
No.
See, there's the logic there. Now you finally use the logic. Like, got it. This is what I mean. Like, see, that
I
exchange
just feel
right
like
there.
it's not necessarily black and white.
Well, I have to give you a comparison because it is actually very black and white because men and women are very different. Men look at it like, okay,
I just
this
like
girl.
you guys only solely look at it as like a men's point of view. Like, you have to consider you're dating a woman. So dating a woman, it comes with a lot of emotions as well. So you kind of have to consider both.
Well, who has to make the decision of elevating a girl up to girlfriend and or wife?
Both.
No,
you
the
think
man.
it's not a mutual like thing? That's what I'm saying.
Holy wow.
You won't
We
propose to
said
your
earlier
man.
before, the man has to get down on a knee and give you the ring, right?
Yes, but
so
that's
therefore he must come to his own conclusion and say, I'm going to commit to this girl, correct?
okay. Sure.
Yes, baby.
What's the goal of dating if you don't want to be wife up? Like, why do you?
That's
date
why I'm single. I'm single. I'm not dating right now.
Makes sense.
I mean, my thing is just that if you meet the man, you know, he's probably going to have some standards and boundaries that he expects you to adhere to. And I think the thing that women don't get is that the guy, if you don't meet those requirements, he's not going to tell you, I need you to do X, Y, Z. A lot of times he's just going to expect you to just get it. And if you don't get it, he's just not going to elevate you.
Exactly.
But I think a lot of girls kind of have a faulty idea of how much power they really have, when in reality, you really don't have that much power when it comes to relationships, because women aren't the ones getting down on one knee to propose to the guy or to take a woman seriously and commit to her. And you're saying, well, I'm going to give half submission and kind of see where it goes. And what I'm saying is, if you give half, we'll be prepared to get a half-ass response from the guy.
Period.
I mean, so, you know,